Alright, welcome back to another crit. We're at Hawthorn, the Teardrop Criterium, 9th of November. Yes, 9th of November, that was a while ago now. But you're going to have to forgive us because I've had a few teething problems, literally.
Yeah, he had 3 teeth out.
So I've had some
I turned around, I told him, don't fuck with me or he'll lose his teeth. He fucked with me, he lost his teeth.
There you go. That's how it happened. Just bang, straight, got into a fight. Just kidding, they were taken out. Anyway, so I haven't been able to talk that much for the last 2 weeks. So, yes, TJ's had to be fairly quiet the last 2 weeks.
But unfortunately, he's got his teeth feeling normal or a bit better now. So now I have to put up with him talking again.
There you go.
But we're at Hawthorn today, and we're already looking pretty keen on. And that's we've got on the cameras today. We've got Terence. There's Terence's camera right from the start. He's kicking up the hill. This is the Hawthorn crit. This is the hardest crit in Australia. Probably one of the hardest in the world, especially with that teardrop hairpin turn at the bottom. Terence, who else have we got on there?
So we've got Jimmy half-wheeling. And then, thanks to Jimmy once again, and then we've got Brendan Thornton. So thanks to Brendan as well. And in front of him is CJ. But we've gone off the front already because Brendan Johnston from Canberra, also known as Trekky, was here as well, racing. And I thought he was going to attack, so I attacked first. You know that? You remember when Han Solo shot first? Think of it like that. I shot first.
Yeah, but I don't think Brendan... I don't think...
Don't take away my analogy. It's a good analogy.
All right, I will let you have it. I will let you have it. So Trekky's in the pack there somewhere.
He actually follows me eventually. I think he's on my wheel right now, but I haven't seen this in a while.
I can barely remember this race.
It's happened a long time ago.
So this is fresh footage for both of us right now.
This is lap 1. I'm off the front already. Let's look some Action Jackson off this camera here, and that looks like CJ right there. He's going off. CJ was absolutely flying in November. Yeah, he was absolutely flying in November.
There's Mr. Drapack.
There's Paddy.
Paddy's going. Oh, and Aiden. Is that Aiden or was that Lee? Who was that?
I think that may have been Marco, or the guy in the red. I'm not too sure.
No, I'm talking about in the.
You have to point to the screen. They can't see where you're pointing, but you have to tell me where you're pointing.
Okay, I was talking about that right there, in front of Marco.
In front of him. It may have been Aiden.
I think it looked like Aiden.
I think that is Aiden there.
Yeah,
that is Aiden there.
There you go. So Trust Uncle Ed, that was Aiden going off the front as well. And if we go back to Terence's cam, you're mixing it up already with C grade, passing right. C grade at high speed. And who's up with you there?
So James Mortimer's in front of me, and then the big bad Thomas Lombardi.
Sergio Lombardi, as we have called him in the past.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I don't think he was surging that day. I think he was actually trying to get into a rhythm so that he could go a bit crazy.
Tom was good today.
Let's have a look at camera 2.
Jimmy half-wheeling?
Jimmy half-wheeling. I'm not going to call you that, Jimmy, I'm sorry. Jimmy's relaxing at the back at the moment, getting his strength up, ready to go. He's sitting there behind young Oliver's cycling. I've gone blank all of a sudden. Bentley, Jesus, I've gone blank all of a sudden. That's the end of C grade for a couple of laps because we shouldn't see them again for a little while. But camera 1, back over to Brendan. We are, mate, we're going down the back straight really quick. But I'm going to go straight over to camera 3 right now, TJ's camera, and you can see that.
So there's Trekky. Sorry to interrupt. There's Trekky. That's the man that I wanted to be in a break.
So there was 4 or 5 of you at this stage, was it?
4 of us.
4 of you? Okay. All right, and look at that cornering, just beautiful cornering. Going up the hill. Here we go over to Brendan's camera, getting ready to go around that corner.
So keep your eyes on Marco and keep your eyes on Aiden. Because they're the ones.
Jimmy's camera going around the corner as well. Twoosh.
So it's a very long, thinned out line at the moment, and the pressure is 100% on.
Sort of happened really quickly too, didn't it?
It did, and this is what's happening in the front of the Palo. As you can see, this is why sometimes it pays to be the first attacker because all these gaps that are just opening up at the moment are under the pressure of big bad Tommy Lombardi. And we've got a good gap here, actually. This is pretty boring camera footage at the moment. I think Trekky might come through for a turn in just a few moments.
There you got the sunshade, the shadow there, sunshade. You got the shadow there. There you go. Look at that.
There you go. There's Trekky, and I vaguely remember him coming through for a turn.
And into that hairpin corner. This makes it one of the toughest races in Australia.
Looks like there's some action on the front of the peloton. I just saw Patrick Drapac dropping in. There he is on the front. He can take it. He can take the corner. As I've said this before, and I'll say it again. He can really rail that corner.
Now look at camera 2 there, Jimmy Whelan's camera. He's burning up the hill. It looks like starting to get a bit edgy. Actually, he looks like he's starting to get a bit anxious. Looking for a way to get forward and looking for a safe way to get further up the peloton a wee bit. But looking back at Terence's camera right now,
up at the moment.
And Terence is already at the bottom of the hill, screaming around that nice downhill slope into that beautiful sun.
The trick is to get in the 11 and just go full throttle.
And talking of the 11, this is the GoPro 11. Again, not sponsored, but we do love the GoPro 11. Look at the colours in that, man. Colours is
it is a very good camera.
And
let's have a look at the front of the peloton.
Let's go to the front of the peloton. That would be camera number 1. And
so Brendan is on the. So you can just see us. And I'm pointing at the screen, but you can just see us just off the front there.
Yeah, everyone can see where you're pointing there too, TJ. That's good work there. No, I'm just kidding. And that definitely was Aiden. So
there's definitely Aiden there.
Yeah. So Aiden is not in the breakaway challenge. What the heck happened there?
What? I don't know what's happening there. I think he's been eaten by an alien.
Did you see that pain in the ass photographer sitting there at the bottom of the apex, mate?
Yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah, pain in the ass photographer.
So that I vaguely remember what happened in this race, but I know that CJ did end up joining us because he's on the front right now. He is absolutely drilling it. So he bridged the gap and then straight away pulls a phenomenal turn in the 11. Most aerodynamic fella in the peloton. In the 11, going down the hill. You can't get much faster than CJ going around that sweeping corner.
And Jimmy Whelan's camera is looking like he's actually moved up a little bit now, so it looks like he's getting into the. Aiden's come back.
Drop back a bit, yeah.
Yep, and Jimmy's moved up, so it looks like Jimmy's getting ready to do a move.
Yes, he is. You saw that coming. You definitely saw that.
There we go. Look at that.
Jimmy Whelan.
Whoa! What a flying! No, I want to see him go through that corner right now. I want to see. Terence is just about to press the button. No. Move your hand away from the trigger,
I just saw Patrick Drapac squeezing through the peloton, so you missed that.
Yeah, that's all right. I just want to see this squeeze. Oh, look at that. Beautiful run around the corner. And Jimmy is
coming in very hot.
He is coming in real hot. We'll go over Terence's camera.
So Trekky is had enough. Trekky's going off the front once again. And
so you guys are going to have to catch him and chase him down.
So today, the Sergio today, Trekky. So Trekky was Sergio today. And he was leaving no man behind. And that's unfortunate for us.
Well, if we go over to Brendan's camera right now, we can see a little bit of action happening here. A rider dropping back to the peloton by the looks. I don't know who that was that was dropping back to the peloton.
It may have been James Mortimer.
And go over to Jimmy's camera. So that looks like...
that's Patrick Drapac in front of him.
Yeah, Patrick in front.
And that looks like it could be... It's an informed rider. I'm not too sure what one. I just saw the colours, the informed colours.
Are you informing me
of this? That's Marco. So Marco is
it isn't Marco. Woi.
Leanest fell on the peloton, and in front of Patrick, that looks like it's Alex Holden from Oliver. So, and this looks like it may be coming back together for me anyway. That looks like they've bridged to us. Look at that corner, wowee!
Jesus,
Paddy Drapac. What an absolute line around that corner. Just tip it in.
So Paddy's catching up, and he's not leaving anything behind.
Patrick is just. left everyone behind. Let's check around, see what's happening at the front of the peloton. At the front of the race.
Yeah. So
in front, CJ once again on the front. He's slowly bridged us back up to Trekky. So the front is Grupo Compacto.
Is that that's not Jimmy in front of you right now?
No, that's CJ.
Oh, CJ. Sorry, CJ. Of course,
that's CJ.
CJ.
And so we've slowed down a bit because Trekky's surging a lot. So I'm pretty gassed. So I can't really keep on doing on the turn, and neither can Tom. And of course, CJ's welding everything back together.
And back at Jimmy's camera, it looks
So it looks like there's a group that's gone off the front here, and Jimmy may have missed this one. There's a group off the. Is that us off the front? That's us there. Yeah, that's us. So.
Oh, well, that doesn't last very long with you guys relaxing and these guys coming to
so,
bring you back.
It looks like
does not
it looks like
long.
both of us are relaxing at the moment.
And I missed that corner
from
CJ,
just then. Yeah.
But if we have a look at Brendan's camera as they tip it in, that's a good shot from Brendan's camera coming around the corner. And look, if you look at Jimmy and Brendan, they're almost side by side at the moment. In fact, Jimmy's literally
watch out for the crash.
Jeez. Whoosh. What grade was that in?
That was a C grade incident.
Okay. Yep.
It looks like there is a group forming off the front here, off the front of this group, and I see the Oliver's green of Bentley, and Adrian, I think.
See, I'm tired. That's why I'm making stutters. Why are you keeping making stutters? Is it something to do with the 3 teeth you're now missing?
I still got another one to go out.
Yeah.
So.
Telling you about it. Give me the pliers, give me the drill, and I'll get it up for you.
You will actually need that drill, actually.
And if we actually look, all these cameras are boring right now. All of these cameras are boring. There's Terrence's, there's Jimmy's, there's Brendan's. There's not much to watch now.
Actually, no, there is a fair bit on this camera.
There is a bit coming up because looks like is that Jimmy himself that's actually dragging across.
Jimmy is on the front of this group here.
Yeah, and that's now Brendan going in front of Jimmy, so we can actually flick over to Jimmy's camera. There's Brendan right there.
That's a chasing group just in front.
Oh, and look at that tipping there. Yeah. There's not a paddy tipping. That wasn't a paddy tipping, but that was.
This is the peloton here.
Let's go over to Terrence's camera very quickly.
So it looks like Marco's joined us. Marco's contingent has joined us.
And it looks like the C grade's being passed again. So bye C grade for a little while. Although we'll catch them up with the peloton. So how many's in the group now, Terrence?
So it looks like this is a group of 6. It looks like.
I think it was 7 by the end.
Potentially, yeah. So, although did that look like Jimmy Whelan? Oh no, that was CJ. So
no, that was CJ. I'd done the same mistake before.
So this is our group, and let's just head back to the peloton. And this is what the peloton looks like at the moment.
So, well, it's not a peloton. It's just a long line, just a very long line. And there you go. There's the pelotons now going past C grade. So we're going to.
So we're only just off the front. We've only got a few seconds at the moment. It's still very, very much in the balance of.
And that's you. That's the front of the course. That's you
this
climbing.
This is the Tête de la Course.
Yeah,
exactly.
Tête de la Course, and there's Brendan and Jimmy are both going together around the corner, almost side by side now. And Jimmy's hammering up the hill. There's Brendan's camera just there. Brendan's actually ahead of Jimmy by a few bike lengths now.
And it looks like there's some gaps forming here, which you've got to watch out for in the peloton because it seems as though you're going to be counterattacks after counterattacks after counterattacks at the moment.
It just doesn't look like the peloton's actually getting themselves completely organised. It just looks like if we go to the course, if we look back at your camera, Terrence, we're looking very, very excited at getting some distance in there between you guys and the rest of the peloton. And you guys are way down the line now. It looks like you're almost at the apex of the teardrop, whereas the peloton is still going around the corner. I would say now that you're getting a few lengths on it.
It's not a big gap, but we'll hold it on this camera because there is some more action that's going to be happening at the peloton.
Well, we're not watching the peloton, we're watching your camera.
Yeah, they're watching this camera. I'm watching all the cameras.
Okay. Where are you pointing again?
Uh,
Okay, guys, as I've said before, there's no churches, there's no bridges, there's no pretty farm backyards. We are just
but
looking
Robin
at the
McEwen
race.
and Matthew Keenan probably do point at things on the screen.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No, I'm not begrudging you that, Terence. I'm just being silly about that. But we've got to keep the listeners enthralled in our conversation.
Indeed, we do. So this is Brendan. So it looks like Jimmy's gone off the front of this group.
Yeah, he has gone off the front. Yeah, and
so
Brendan's a bit back.
He's going to try and make a bridge with young James Forbes.
Yep, James is in there right now. Look at the form on Forbes. That's not a bad way to take a corner. Gee, he is hammering.
Yeah, he's going full throttle here because we are not slowing down at all at the moment. Let's just watch James for a bit. Let's see the gap.
You can't see the gap.
Jimmy can't pull through.
Yep. And we can't see you guys up the front.
So we've just made the turn just now. So we're not that far up the road yet.
Yeah, you got a bit of distance though between them, and we all know the old story or the old saying: if you can't see them, you might forget that they're gone.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Out of sight,
and it looks
out of
like
mind.
Aiden has also bridged across. So he did a very.
Who's that with the Kingsman?
I think that might be Adrian.
Adrian, is it?
I think so. I don't know what his Kingsman name is, but I think on the start list, his name would be
Adrian. Tell me something, mate. What's your Kingsman title? I'm assuming it's not Lord of BMC. That's my title. It's given to me posthumously by the King, by Steve.
Don't look at me, Stu.
Stu Verrier. I think it's a posthumous title, so everyone just has to deal with that. The King of BMC, or the Crown Prince of BMC. I can't remember what he said, but he did tell me a long time ago. Looks like you guys are organising yourselves even more now. So it looks like you guys are doing rolling turns, very, very quick, and you're coming up to the corner, and we're going to do a bit of a time gap here. We're going to have a look and see how long it takes for the rest of the peloton to catch up around this corner. So there's the corner. There's Terence going around the corner.
Looks like a big gap now. So this is the eyes of Brendan. Is not quite Jimmy Whelan. So Jimmy Whelan is passing the corner now.
17 seconds behind.
And then Brendan in the peloton is coming through, as you can see. Right
25 seconds behind. Almost half a lap already. Almost half a lap behind.
So a lap is around a minute 15, minute 17.
Yeah. So
it's a good decent gap. But in this group at the moment, in this front group, it's kind of an interesting sort of chess game at the moment because no one wants to drill it on the front. So we're all kind of doing sort of not full big turns, but rolling turns at the front, enough to keep the speed going, enough to keep the speed up high. As you can see, the longest turn that's being pulled is about 10 seconds. Which is being beaten now by Trekky because he wants to lead into the corner first.
And not only does he want to lead into the corner, which is a smart move by Trekky.
It's a smart move, yeah.
Yeah, but not only that, but he wants to get more time on, and the only way he can do that is to push you guys or pull you guys along, drag you guys out. So there goes the corner again. We're going to count down the corner, so we're going to flick over to who's next.
So Jimmy's the one that's coming through next. Yeah. And he's coming through the corner with James Forbes. And it looks like they've got a healthy gap.
They actually have caught up though, so they're up to 14 seconds now. So they've got only a second or two off. And
then the peloton's coming through now.
And that's a 20 seconds. So they actually caught up with you on that lap. They actually did catch up with you a little bit. Now I'm going to get the phone and get the clock out so we get accurate hits on this. And we're going to get some proper time counts rather than just me guessing at what the time is.
There's some gaps being formed in this front bunch. which is a tough sign that the pace is still up high, and some riders are starting to feel the squeeze a bit.
So there's Bentley in front of you, looking very comfortable. So let's just go by the first person through the corner, and then we'll jump over to Jimmy's camera and get the first person through the corner on the lap. So let me know when we're at the apex of the corner there, Terence.
So we're coming through. The first guy is leading us through is CJ.
So CJ's through the corner. Let's have a look at Jimmy's camera now, and he's going to be the next one through the corner. So we'll do a lap test on Jimmy.
So the gap's been really stretched out. This last lap, the gap has ballooned out.
It absolutely has ballooned
out this lap.
We're at 16, 17, 18 seconds already. I mean, it's just huge now. And there's Jimmy going through, and that's at 24 seconds. So that was 25 seconds or thereabouts.
And then here comes the rest of the peloton there.
And then the rest of the peloton through at 32 seconds. So almost exactly half a lap behind.
Yeah.
And that's
it's a significant margin.
A significant
and
margin,
it was a very tough breakaway to get into this one. We're hooking along at the moment. It's a perfect day. And if you can remember in November and October, it was raining, sunny, raining, sunny, raining, sunny. But today,
I think you got it slightly out there, mate. I think it was raining, 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 sunny, raining, 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 sunny, almost.
Yeah, okay. But today we hit the jackpot.
Yep.
Jinx. There you go.
Yeah, no, too late. I already said another word. So around the corner we go with the.
Is that Aiden leading us through? It is Aiden leading us through.
Aiden
followed by
So
Tom
can we jump over to Jimmy's camera, because he's going to be the next one. So let's jump over to Jimmy. We're already at 9, 10 seconds, 11 seconds.
Yeah, it's ballooned out. The gap. Anyone who's not in this front bunch is out of the race, unfortunately. Tough race to be in.
So, yep, we're going to get the lap at this, and then we're going to go straight to your camera, I think.
So 30 seconds.
30 seconds now.
To Jimmy.
And
the rest of the peloton come through now.
The rest of the peloton's coming through. So Jimmy's joined the rest of the peloton now. So the difference between Jimmy and the peloton's only 5 seconds.
So yeah, he'll get swallowed by the peloton.
So I don't think we're going to need any more time checks at the moment, Terence. I think we can see that you're starting to actually to crack the
crack open the egg.
Crack open the egg, yeah. Crack open the coconut, to be honest.
Crack open the coconut. Okay.
Yeah. So because it's a little bit harder than an egg to get to get that much of a gap at Hawthorn. I mean, it is one of the toughest circuits, and it's definitely one of the hardest crits in Australia, if not the hardest in Australia. Tell us what you think, guys. Tell us the harder crit than Hawthorn. You got the hairpin, you got the long downhill at the other side, which makes it nice and good, but you've got this hill, and the hill is relentless. Every lap you've got to climb up again, get up over the hill, and then you've got a flat at the back straight until you get down to that hairpin again, and the hairpin again, and the hairpin again, and the climb again, and the climb again. It is a tough course.
It doesn't make it easier when you get really punchy riders who make their way into the breakaway. As you can see, Trekky is really putting down some hurt as he really surged past me there. And it looks like that this is the winning bunch. This is the winning move at the moment. And again, we're not really, we're all committed to this breakaway staying up the road, but no one's really going full bicky and really dragging everyone across on this flat section. So this flat section is really interesting because there's not much of a wind. So people who are on the front don't really want to be on the front at this bit. So this is where people quickly take their turn. But people are mostly content to lead through the hairpin as well.
Now we look at Brendan's camera, and he's just gone through the climb. He's coming up to a nice wide.
So this is Brendan's camera. He's sweeping through the downhill bit now as we're going up the hill.
But if we go to Terence's camera right now, they're going up the hill.
So we're very close. We're about to lap. We're going to come pretty close to lapping them.
And if we go over to Jimmy's camera here, we can see C-grade is trying to do their best to stay out of the way as they approach the hairpin. Well done, C-grade. I mean, come on, you've got to give them credit where credit's due. Well done, C-grade, on moving across. and slowing down for the hairpin for A grade to come through. And we jump over to Terence's camera, and we are well past the descent, and we're on the back straight right now. So I reckon what we should do is we might do another time gap just to see how far back Jimmy's camera is from the main group, but not just yet.
Not just yet. Let's stick to the front of the bunch at the moment. Let's see what's happening. Let's keep an eye on what's happening.
Hang on. Brendan's doing a bit of a move here. He's moved all the way up to the front of his group. This is the chase group. That's not Jimmy in the distance, was it? Or?
So yeah, Jimmy is definitely well off the front of this group.
No, he's well off the front of this group. Yeah,
Jimmy's well off the front of this group. So Jimmy,
all right, let's go back to the to your camera again. So, sorry, Terence, we'll go back to the record.
So we just missed it again, but I was going to point out, keep an eye out on the right side of the screen coming up this hill, just after the hairpin, because you might see the plough fan club on the side of the road cheering.
Oh yeah, they were cheering.
I was going to try and we'll make sure we get that this lap. Yeah, make sure we get that this lap.
And well, we can get it on Jimmy's camera right now if we want to. There we go.
So there's the plough fan club. That's not cheering at the moment. Not cheering at the moment. We might see them on Brendan's camera cheering though, because someone was having a birthday on the course. I can't remember who it was. Bentley. It was Bentley's birthday.
Bentley's birthday, yes.
Hence the plough fan club every time I went past.
That's okay. It looks like Bentley's in front of you, so it looks like we're going to get a good Bentley chant.
Let's see if we can get out a shout from Bentley on his birthday. Does he get a birthday win? We'll see.
We'll try and remember and edit it so we can actually raise the volume up of the crowd in the background there if we can.
You couldn't hear it, unfortunately.
You couldn't hear it. We're going too fast.
Okay. Wind was too loud.
All right. Never mind, but there we go.
So let's see. So there's the nice Suburbia fan club. Jensen's yelling a few things, but they're not going crazy at the moment. And it looks like CJ is starting to be a surger here at the moment. And it looks like he's lifting the pace up a bit at the moment as well. CJ wants to start to thin out this group here, so it's easier to attack later on.
If you go to Jimmy's camera right now, you can see Jimmy's in a low.
Yes, he was getting quite aero at the moment. You can see
trying to get as aero as he can, and he's hitting that corner as fast and as hard as he can. I mean, he's really realised that something else is going on here. I think it's because he could hear the shouting at the wrong time, at a time when he didn't want to hear the shouting. He could hear the shouting and he was going, I'm in the wrong spot. So let's move over to your camera, Terence. We'll do another time check just to see how things are going. So as we're approaching the hairpin, I'll get ready with the stopwatch again.
So I'll lead him through. Love to lead through the hairpin.
Yoomph, there we go, we're away. And I think Jimmy's the next one to go through, so we'll go to Jim after we go far past the. Oh yeah, we've got plenty of time. We've got plenty of time.
Not cheering yet.
We've got plenty of time to go past here. All right, let's go back over to Jimmy's camera, who's still going around the back straight and on the long descend corner.
So he's tucking in low. So
yes,
hopefully
really low.
The commentators aren't seeing his invisi bars at the moment. Maybe they're not quite invisi bars. Let's hope.
No, there was bars there definitely. I remember seeing them on short.
His hands are still in the bars, guys. His hands are still in the bars.
That's exactly right. So let's not worry about any of that. And we will take the corner, and that's at 50 seconds almost, 49.49 seconds. For that one, and let's go over to the peloton now.
This is camera one. This is Brendan's camera. They're going through the peloton,
and they're now done, and they are at 1 minute and 3 seconds. So
and we can almost we're almost in sight.
Yeah, we're almost in sight. You'll be able to see them going up the hill this time, and I think some person who you occasionally call Daddy-O was yelling at them to make sure that they moved over when you got there. But I don't think it was on this lap. I think there was a couple more laps to go before we actually worried about you catching up to them. if we go to Brendan's camera right now, we should be able to see roughly how far ahead
So they're not that far ahead.
So they're coming down to the long turn right now, and as you'll see on Terence's camera, they're coming through in the long turn right now. So we're talking seconds now. We're talking seconds.
Yeah, the pace is also lifted up as well because we know that the catch is imminent, and so we start to ramp up. We start to ramp up the pace. Carrot in front of the
carrot in front of the mule.
The mule, isn't it? It's a mule.
It's a mule or donkey.
Or donkey. There you go.
Yes. Bloody Gen Z's not knowing their proverbs. I don't know.
Well, if I was to use my own analogy, it would be R-rated. So I try to give you the PG analogies.
Yeah, we never swear on our videos.
That's not about swearing. It's about saying something decrepit.
Especially the first 2 sentences that I said.
Well, it's not about swearing. It's about saying something decrepit and being cancelled. So that's why I try to, I'd rather botch up a known saying.
Let's have a look at if we can actually squeeze around Bentley a little bit. Can you move over a little bit on your bike there, Terence? Just move over a tad. I just want to see if we can...
We can see through through the S5 bars. So we can just see through them.
Okay, we can see through them?
We can see through them. We can see a little patch of green. And Marco's starting to dish out some pain. So Marco senses the blood and the water in this group. And he's going to try and thin out the herd a bit, make everyone suffer, so he can attack later on.
Now we're already at 30 minutes of this race. We're almost 31 minutes of the race.
32, just about 32.
Yeah, you're going to take off the first few seconds before the race started. So
there's the grade there.
There's the blood. There's the blood in the ocean.
That's our carrot.
That's the chum for the sharks.
That's the chum for the sharks. Let's just keep an eye on as we pass because there was a bit of argy-bargy if I can remember.
Yeah.
So just keep an eye on 213. Keep an eye on the black. Keep an eye on the black kit because we're trying to pass at the moment, and most of the grade yields, but it looks like there's lots of argy-bargy there. Not quite. Must be the next step. There's lots of argy-bargy because A grade is splintered as well. A grade's splintered, so it looks like half the grade yielded, and then the other half went full gas.
Yeah, some of them actually tried to jump on the back. A couple of riders, or at least one rider, tried to jump on the back of the group and tried to hold on at the back of the group. They were a lap short. I'm not sure what their thinking was into doing that. I mean,
I kind of understand it because they want to get as much time in the crit as possible.
Yeah, I'd rather get the extra lap. I'd rather do the extra lap and be more prepared for it next time. And that's like when you're riding home and you suddenly realise that you've underestimated how long it was going to take you to get home, and you're just exhausted. But if you think you've got to go further, you time yourself better.
So I just let CJ through because the pace is ramped up pace is ramped up big time. So there's the other half the group. Keep an eye on the argy-bargy here because there's a few. So Marco's just telling off Kez. Don't know why Kez is the one who's got told. Yeah. And then, as you can see, there's two riders were going in argy-bargy. They were literally leaning on each other as they went through that corner.
We should actually jump over to camera one. There's you going past Brendan right there, lapping Brendan, and then going back to camera 3.
This is the breakaway.
Gonna go to camera 4 in the pocket.
Oh, camera 4 in the pocket.
These guys have got 4.
That's our group there, and then the other. This is the other group.
All on 3.
So they see what's happening. They see what's happened, and it looks like there's an attack from CJ here. It must have been good foreshadowing when I said CJ can go around this corner pretty quick. In the 11, most aero rider in the peloton. Probably, I had a look on Strava, we're doing about 63 kilometers an hour around that corner, around that bend. Insane.
Absolutely insane. Not 63 in the bend, surely.
Yeah.
Wow, jeez.
Well, coming out of the bend, we hit.
Oh, you mean the long slow one, the long wide one?
Yeah,
through
absolutely. That last one, we did 63.
Absolutely. Yep, totally can see that.
And we come Gruppo Compacto, so nothing ended up breaking away in this race, from what I can remember.
In this race, in
this
the
bunch,
race
in
because
this bunch.
because there is no other race now. This is the race. Once you've lapped the rest of your own grade, the rest of your own grade it's over for them. That's the race for them. So let's go over to the pocket and see what's happening in the pocket. There we go.
There's Alex Holden on the front. And it looks like Marco's just attacked. And this is what he was all doing all those surges on the previous laps. Was so everyone would be weakened enough that he could attack him like that. And CJ's gone, screw you guys, I'm going here. In the mighty words of
Actually,
Carl.
I'd go screw you guys, I'm going hard.
Yep.
There we go. A new one. Screw you guys, I'm going hard.
Yep.
Sorry, children. Sorry, children.
Yeah, I hope that's pun intended.
No, it wasn't actually. But yeah, now.
Pun intended.
Pun's now
Double entendre
welcomed.
and welcome. There you go.
Yeah, double entendre welcome. But
So they've got a few seconds. Hopefully Aiden can put the brakes away and yeet it around the corner.
woof, that is going hard. The producer's coming to make sure we're keeping an eye on what we're doing. Terence, he's actually said to us that he's had complaints, noise complaints from next door. What was that, producer? Yeah. And he's also said that I didn't turn my phone off, so we're getting some noises from my phone. Look at the A grade coming
CJ
through.
is surging through, and it looks like this brake is being splintered just a little bit. As I let Bentley do the work to get me back in. Thanks, Bentley.
Now, I think there's only a couple of laps to go at this stage. Literally
so
a
we're
couple of laps.
36 minutes in.
Now, I do know that they extended the amount of time that you guys were out there because they wanted to see if you guys would lap. I do know that.
I was always going to be a 40-minute crit. There's always going to be a 40-minute crit.
Yeah. So,
It's unlike Simon to change his mind middle of the race.
oh, I don't know. He did that to Kez recently, remember?
I don't know about... I can't remember if he did it to Kerry. He may have done it to Tim. I think he gave an extra lap to
Timmy, yeah, that's right. Yes.
In B grade.
In B grade, they gave him an extra lap or so and made it nice and hard. But to me, don't rely on what's on your bike. Rely on what's been told to you.
So this must have been Bell lap because this is the last sprint. So this is Bell lap.
And over to the pocket, and here we
Finishing.
go.
So CJ squeezes his way through Bentley. What an absolute move by CJ to squeeze him on the gutter. And Bentley, the birthday boy, comes home with second.
And we're flicking over to Brendan's camera now, just for the finish. And although it's already over, these guys are actually a lap down. They are finishing with everyone else now because that's the end of the race. Well, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications when the videos come out. We love to hear from you guys. Give us your comments. Tell us what's going on. And make sure you put some comments on this video. We want to hear from you. Isn't that right, Terence?
Yeah, we'd love to see comments. You know, just whatever you want to say, just plop it in.
Plop it in.
Plop it in. It's a good word to use.
Good thing you didn't
Plop
say
it in.
flop it in. Sorry, children.